to Roske on Politics. You don't know this man need...
Try that one more time. Bloopers, take 1, 2.
Welcome back to Roske on Politics. We are here at a place that needs no introduction. It's the Iowa State Fair with someone who's been on the show several times, Congressman David Young. This is district.
This is the state's biggest family and friend reunion.
And this is our representative. So thank you as always for chatting on the show, sir.
Sure, it's a pleasure. Iowa State Fair. Bring your family, bring your friends. Recommend it to your friends, your enemies, those you don't even know.
Come once, come often.
And come with an empty stomach.
So you grew up out there in Van Meter.
Yep, still live there today.
How many times have you been to the State Fair?
Well, probably at least once every year since I was born.
So 22.
Yeah, there you go, 23. I worked here when I was in junior high.
Oh, I didn't know that. What'd you do here?
I worked over at the Coke Plaza stage, which is now the Bill Riley stage.
Oh, sure.
And I was a stagehand for the talent show.
You're kidding me.
And so I set up risers and microphones, and we were paid in root beer tickets and ye old mill tickets. But it was awesome. I mean, and you get a golf cart at the age of 14 back then. That was pretty cool.
You got a golf cart. Now I gotta give a shout out as we were walking in. Sabrina Ahmed, who is part of the ABC5 family, went buzzing by in her golf cart and gave me, "Hey, Brent," and I was pretty envious.
Was she speeding? You could do a citizen's arrest here.
Sabrina, well played. No, she was very well. She was doing just fine.
Yes.
So we're here at the State Fair. We're going to talk a little bit about something you just did, your First Amendment.
Oh, yeah, sure.
In the House. Now, this was a part of something, some federal guidelines that they said is 174,000 pages. If it was put end to end, it's apparently over 25 miles long. And the goal of your amendment was to basically try to make it, what, less cumbersome? Or how would you state the...
Well, it's all about transparency, my approach to government, accountability and transparency. We had a bill on the floor of the House called the REINS Act, as in rein in federal rules and regulations.
Okay.
When it comes to rules and regulations, they have pretty much the same effect as law, right?
Sure.
And it's being done by any administration, Democrat, Republican, through their rules and regulatory process, their departments and agencies. And it seems to me lately that there's been a lot of rules and regs out there.
Sure.
There's not a big accountability major as to who is writing those rules and regulations.
Okay.
And also, we want to make sure that whoever is writing those, they consult with the stakeholders, the American people, about how these would affect their...
You mean actual involvement with the people? I love that.
Yeah, it should be a two-way street. But the bill particularly said any rule or reg that came out of any administration that has $100 million or more effect in a negative way on the economy, Congress should vote up or down on those regulations. And Congress should be invoked in this sense because there's accountability there, right? If my name's on a vote, well, there's accountability there. If you don't like it, you can there's elections, right? Elections have consequences, and so do actions. But when the rules and regs are being written and rolled out, the folks in the bureaucracy, we don't know who they are. There's not a lot of accountability there. My amendment said that when rules and regs come out and they're citing data and reports and statistics, well, let's see really what that science and that data is. It should be available to the whole public so we can all be on the same baseline and know what the science is that they're using. And it would be indicative to any administration, Republican or Democrat, just more transparency. We should know what the baseline is that people are referring to when they're talking about these things.
And how did the amendment do?
The amendment passed, and it was passed in a bipartisan fashion.
Yeah.
And there's some other accountability measures I want to bring about. Another one is when I write a bill or do an amendment, I got to put my name on it. And Mr. Young of Iowa.
Okay.
When rules and regs come out, we don't know who the people are that are writing those. I think we need to know. There should be fingerprints on those rules and regs, some authorship. We should know who they are.
Yeah,
that's accountability. Well, and own it, you know?
And, you talk about bipartisanship. These rules and regulations, they affect business owners on both sides of the aisle. They affect pretty much everyone. So,
property business owners, you would be surprised from when you wake up and when you go to bed what rules and regulations affect your life that you don't even really think about. It's kind of, imagine living in a virtual world where everything you do pops up a little, you're doing this and have to do it this way because of this regulation or that regulation.
We're here at the State Fair. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.